Hey, today I'm gonna do a quick comparison between these three walking pads here. I have the TRAILVIBER, the Mirac, and the Funray. So this one I've had for about 3 months, and then these two I got recently. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the different features and then rank them from my favorite to least favorite. So we're gonna start with the Funray. This is the remote here. It's really small. Comes with the battery and a replacement battery. So let's go ahead and get it started. Now this one goes up by 0.2 with a max speed of 4. The weight capacity is 330 pounds on this one. The weight capacity for the Mirac is 400 and the TRAILVIBER is 450 pounds. This one is extremely smooth. The screen is really small. That's one of the downsides, but it goes through the time, speed, distance, and calories. And you can also pause it. There also are buttons right here that work if you happen to lose the remote, but that's going to be kind of hard. I guess you can just start it and then go turn up the speed to what you want and step on it and walk, and then pause it when you're done. But the remote, it works great. It's very small. Next up, we have the Mirac. Well, actually, last thing is if I were to flip it over, it has a massage walking pad on the other side. And basically what that is underneath the belt here, there are little bumps. So you're supposed to walk on that barefoot, and it's like massages the bottom of your feet. So that's a nice, unique feature about it. And the front legs, the orange legs, kind of give it a natural slight incline. So it's a little bit of a slight incline, which I like as well. Now the Mirac, here's the remote here. It takes two AAA batteries, and the batteries are included, and then the batteries for the other one, the TRAILVIBER, are not included. So that one comes with a remote but no batteries, and it takes two AAA as well. Now this one is the smoothest of the three in my opinion. So it goes up by 0.1 instead of 0.2. And this other one goes up by 0.3 for the speed, and I'll kind of talk about that when I'm using it. Now, I typically keep it between a slower speed of like 1.5 to 2.5 because I'm usually watching TV or working at my standing desk, and so I don't want to keep it on a super high speed. Now, this one and the TRAILVIBER both have an auto incline built in. So I'm gonna go up to a 5% incline, and it's automatically starting to lift up. Now it goes up to a max of 12%, and I'll go ahead and show you that as well. But first, I'm gonna pause it. When you pause it, it automatically goes back down. So it'll start to lower down to the lowest height, right there. And then I'll show you the max height so you can see it. So I'll just go up to a 12, and you can see it lifting up. Now, this thing is extremely smooth, and the weight capacity is 400 pounds. So I feel like it's super heavy duty. It also weighs the most out of the three. It weighs almost 70 pounds, and this one weighs about 45, and the TRAILVIBER also weighs about 45. So this is definitely the heaviest of the three, but it's like the most sturdy and the most smooth in my opinion. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause it again, and it's gonna go ahead and lower back down. Now, one of the downsides to this one and the TRAILVIBER are that they're taller because of the auto incline. So these don't fit underneath my couch where I would put one, and I have one underneath there right now. They're too tall for that, so storing them is a little bit harder. But the nice thing about the Mirac is that it has a handle in the back, and it has the best wheels out of all of them. So these wheels are great for moving it around. Of course, it's still gonna be hard to move around on carpet and rugs like I have here, but it does make it easier, especially with that handle. Last but not least, we're gonna go on the TRAILVIBER here. This is the remote. As I said, the batteries are not included, so I had to have my own. Now, for this one, I briefly mentioned the speed is kind of one of the things that I don't love because it has 0.3 for the intervals. So it starts at 0.7, and then it goes up to 1, then 1.3, then 1.6, 1.9, all the way up to 4 as the max speed. Now, the nice thing about this is that on the display screen, it shows all 4 of those things at once. So it shows the calories on the left, the time on the right, the speed in the middle, and below that, the distance. So you can kind of see everything all at the same time, which is cool. I just kind of wish it had more intervals for the speed and then also the incline. So the incline has 9 different settings, with the highest one being a 12% incline, which means each setting is like a 1.3% change in the height or in the incline itself. So if I go up to the 9th one, that is the same as the 12% at the same as the Mirac. So that's the max incline. There's no pause button for this one, which is a downside with the other two both having a pause button. This is the only one that has a Bluetooth speaker though. So it has a Bluetooth speaker built in, and it's actually pretty nice. So if that's something you're looking for, this is the only one that's gonna have that. Between the 3 of these, I think they all have pros and cons, and they just depend on what you prefer. So with my preference, I'm gonna go with the Mirac because it's like the smoothest, and I love the auto incline. I love having all the speed intervals and the incline intervals just being 0.1 and 1% changes for the incline. But at a close second, the TRAILVIBER is still great. I think if you really want the Bluetooth speaker, go with that one. I also like having a pause button for this one as well. And then last but not least, the FunRay is still wonderful. I love using it. I just think it doesn't have quite as many features as the other two, and for that reason, it'd be my 3rd place. But hopefully this is helpful in making your decision.